Hello, welcome back to the channel. In this episode, we look at why the CB500X is the best small adventure bike money can buy. Cue the intro. So I want to talk about the Honda CB500X and why I believe it's the best small adventure bike on the market currently. Now there is loads of small sort of adventure bikes, medium adventure bikes everybody's looking at, but do you know what, lots of people keep saying, oh, I'd rather have something like an Africa Twin that's bigger and better and all that stuff because that can't do this, that can't do that. Well, I'm going to tell you, it can do a surprisingly amount more than what you think. People are waiting for the baby Africa Twin to come out in the future. I already think it's here, and I think it's the CB500X. And let me show you why. Now I want to talk about seat height. Now what is fantastic about the CB500X is it's an 810mm seat height. So for people like me, 5'8", I'd say it's pretty much becoming the average. This is perfect. I can get my feet on the floor. The Africa Twin at 850, that's 40mm more seat height. That's a big beast that, you know, not all of us want to dangle our little toes on the floor trying to hold it up on a terrible bend and try and sit there and go, this bike's heavy. Where this is just perfect because you can get your feet down, your confidence build. It's just the right height off of the floor for most people. Well, the most important thing a lot of people want to know about is what's it really like to ride. Well, most people that are going off an adventure are going to avoid the main motorways. They are going to avoid the horrible roads, and they want to get out into the country. They want to get out, you know, into the middle of nowhere and go on an adventure, hence being an adventure bike. And the question is, how does this do? Well, on pure power, pull off, it goes well. It's got plenty of pull. You know, it doesn't struggle on power. It really doesn't struggle on power. This little 500cc with its 46 brake horsepower is plenty for that little bit of a giggle, that smile. It just flies along so well. Woo! Oh, you just, yeah, it's enough. It's just enough for what you want to do on it. And when it comes down to these like little nitty country roads with not the best tarmac in the world, the suspension on this to me feels quite soft. It's got quite a sponge. It's not got that firm bang 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 kind of suspension where like a sports bike it's got a really bouncy suspension. So I generally feel massively comfortable and not feeling like I'm kind of getting my entire spine shaken around. What's perfect for these roads. And like a bend side of things, again, it's just got a lovely neutral position. It rides really well. It handles these bends, you know, absolutely at ease. You're not struggling at all. You could probably get your knee on the floor if you really wanted to, but why would you on an adventure bike to try to look cool? And it just goes so well. It just really does tick those boxes. And now there's lots of other examples of that, and they could say, well, so does the Africa Twin and the GS and all the big bikes. Absolutely, they do. And it's probably, in my opinion, so much power that it's just, you know, it's too much. You never really use it. You never really open it up to its full potential. Where a little bike like this, you can get it up to the red line. You can really kind of get that kind of back to bike feeling on it, where you're having to give it a little bit of beans to get that little bit of rush going. It's quite cool. It's quite a unique, nice feeling. So here we go, about to go on a dual carriageway that's equivalent to a motorway in the UK for speed at 70 miles per hour top speed. Now this, with its 69 miles per gallon, is going to be awesome for fuel economy. And with its 47 brake horsepower, I think it's going to have plenty and not struggle. And that's kind of slightly the myth, isn't it, in regards to these being able to handle these roads. They look at it and go, oh, you've got to have the big 1200, or you got to have something bigger to be sat there comfortably on a motorway and for hacking down those miles. But with this fuel economy, that brake horsepower, that's enough for these kind of roads. It really, really is. Now this is typical sat sort of just under 60, trying to get up to speed on a busy day. But look, we are just poodling along. I mean, if I want to open it up, there's just loads. So there we go. Pretty much sat just shy of 70 miles an hour, just over 5 RPM. It's pretty good days, isn't it? As you can see, sat just shy of 70. This is just easing along. It's not struggling. The engine isn't revving off its pants to try and hold this speed. I reckon I could easily sit here at 80 as well without any issues whatsoever. So I've got, look, plenty of poke if I wanted to rev it up a little bit and go for the overtake. I mean, do you really need that big CC engine when this is quite capable of what you want it to do? And the other side about small adventure bikes that make them really special is being able to do that real low speed stuff where you can kind of just like enjoy what's around you and not feel like you've got to be keeping up a pace because you're worried about the weight of the bike in any way. I mean, you can just, it does just inspire confidence. We can poodle along at sort of 17 looking over the hills or the hedge. You want to go, what's over that? And go, oh yeah, look, I can see all of that stuff, and just poodle along comfortably and just relaxed. It's really inspiring to know this bike's not massively heavy and it's not a massive beast if anything does go wrong to try and pick it up. It's a workable machine. Now, these aren't massively expensive machines. 2013 plate in the UK, you can pick these up for about £3.5 grand. £3.5 grand for a well-built, a Honda reliability is just insane. It's just brilliant. And it's got ABS, so you're not panicking about your front brake and slipping all the time, let alone you wouldn't. But anyway, it comes with that. Other than that, there's not a lot to go wrong with this bike that makes it fantastic and easy to maintain as well. But £3.5 grand from 2013, and this one, for example, has done 10,000 miles. I mean, what a bargain. And the thing is, because they're so popular, there's so many of them on the market, it's just, they're easy to find, easy to source, easy to get parts for, ticking so many boxes. It's unreal. Well, the thing is, people buy adventure bikes to go adventuring. They want a bike that can take them on off-road. They might see a lane, they might see a track and go, I want a bike that's capable of taking me down there, off the beaten track as such. Well, this bike is more than capable, and let me show you. We're about to hit a field road. We're going to give it some light off-roading, and we're going to see how it does. But I already know this bike ticks every box. Let's go. Well, here we go, some light off-roading. We've had a bit of rain recently, so I'm going to expect a few puddles, but generally, just look at it. Just beautiful, and it soaks it. I'm not being shaken around, like I said. These are just road tyres on this, so they're the wrong kind of tyres, but who cares? Because this little adventure bike really does pack its little punch to get us around these. So we're pulling along 15, 60 miles an hour. Look, here's a puddle. Just dump it in and out. In and out. Just up and down, no issues. Bigger one coming up. Let's try that bad boy out. Here we go. Woohoo! Look. Over every bump, everything, no problem at all. It's just perfect, absolutely perfect. Flying along now. Oh, now that's the difference, isn't it? Sometimes you get the big ones and you'll be a little bit worried about dropping it, coming off. Oh, that's a big beast. But because this is that little bit lighter, that smaller engine, it's got capable for everything you want it to do. It just flies along. Soaks it all up, all within its stride. And then I do generally think this is the baby Africa Twin. I mean, wow, look where we are. Stunning. No one around, boodling down this field road, in between all of the crops, and beautiful, stunning views. This bike is just soaking this up. We are literally bombing along here. Perfect. And I think that pretty much answers that question, doesn't it? Can you take it onto a field road? Is it capable? Just a bit, more than capable. Smashing it out of the park. Absolutely smashing it out of the park. And it is so nice to ride off-road. It really, really is. Look. Oh, it's sublime. Now, I think the Honda CB500X is just absolutely fantastic. It's that sort of small to medium weight adventure bike that most people really, really want. I mean, underneath it, you've got the Royal Enfield Himalayan that is an absolutely awesome machine and is supposed to be absolutely amazing off-road. And it ticks a lot of boxes because of the parts for it. The kit you can get is well priced. But this is the bike that won't struggle on the motorway. This is the bike that can go anywhere. This is the bike that will inspire confidence. It's not a bigger bike like the Triumph Tiger 800 that I've owned, that is absolutely awesome as well. But this gives you more confidence. This isn't like the big Africa Twins or the GS 1250s where people get worried about taking them off-road because they're so heavy. This hasn't got that. It feels light and capable. I generally feel like this bike is the best used small to medium adventure bike currently on the market. It is just absolutely fantastic. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to give you the best small to medium adventure bike in the world, the Honda CB500X.
Whenever I'm with you, I am alright. There's something about the way you make me feel inside. I'm counting down the days till we fly away, heading to the sun, only you and me. Don't wanna waste another day being stuck here in this place. No, wanna hold your hand in mine, watch the sunset in your eyes. Baby, I want us to act like we are 22 right now. Just let go, lose control, play songs on the radio too loud. This could be magical. Whoa, whoa. This could be magical. Whoa, to escape, and here we are, driving narrow streets in a rusty car, leading to the sea, think we're getting close. We should take a pic, baby, strike a pose. I remember every day that I spent right here with you. Yeah, you are the one who makes me feel as good as I do. Baby, I want us to act like we are 22 right now. Just let go, lose control, play songs on the radio too loud. This could be magical. Whoa, whoa.
Well, there you go. And I generally do think that the Honda CB500X is really in a market of its own almost. In between that small and medium bike, this has to be the best one on the market. The bike that can do anything and go anywhere. I mean, it is just an awesome, awesome machine. And I just want to say a massive thank you to all the people that have hit that subscribe button and supporting this channel. It's just absolutely fantastic and I really do appreciate the support. Also, the ones that go above and beyond and become patrons and help financially support this channel, get to see the videos first, get their names in the credit and are there on the live chat. It is just absolutely awesome as a creator to see names pop up there, people join that patron team and get to chat to them and generally see what they've got to say before anybody else does. It's really, really cool. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video, and remember, we live by 3 very important rules, the gospel of life, and that's eat pie, ride motorcycles and be happy. I'll see you on the next bonkers helmet head adventure. Bye bye for now.
Every change